Jagex has updated the Wild Graphic Sleeps update. It's been out for 24, 30 hours now. And the Tormented Demons. Everyone doesn't like the drop table. So let's see what they say. Before we kick things off, we are postponing today's planned Q&A for Wild Graphic Sleeps. That's the live stream they do on their Twitch profile. No one gives a shit anyway. So at this stage, we don't feel comfortable hosting a Q&A that gives confident answers to many of the questions we've seen from you. Alright, so they're scared. Bunch of cowards. Loot tables. As we have with most releases of late, we've opted for a more cautious loot table than an overly generous one. This has worked well for us and the health of the game. Yeah, so like having a Vorkaf every time there's an update like this is bad for the game. But like, you guys love the money, right? It's good for your mental well-being, I guess, but it's bad for the game's health. It is bad. Which is why Desert Treasure 2 bosses, while they didn't give a lot of money when you killed them, unless you got a big drop, like, that was good for the game. It didn't really fuck anything. 100% gaslighting with that statement? That's not gaslighting. It's true. It's a fact. That's why they've had to go and nerf Zora, Vorkaf, and Muspar drop tables numerous times, right? Remember Fever Spiders? Yes, and then they've nerfed it, right? They overreached with it. They pulled it back, right? I mean, a lot of the time, yes, there should be QA testing and stuff, but once, like, you can't field test everything until it's out in the masses, right? They're not careful. They brought Fever Spiders back. They updated Fever Spiders, so they're not as big as anymore. I don't know what zombie pirates are like. I'm not sure, but zombie pirates are in the wilderness, and when there's risk to be PK'd, that's the logic of the wilderness. That's like the incentive that Jagex tries to encourage, which is why you make money doing the new wildy bosses and doing Scorpio, because there's risk of you getting killed by the players, which means there's rewards for more players all around. I think the zombie pirates are probably not relevant in this discussion. I think that's the idea. They're in the wilderness. That's the point, right? Again, I'm not sure if they've nerfed the drop table since then, but they kind of want it to be a risk versus reward mindset in the wilderness. But a lot of the time, you don't know until you field test it by the masses when you release content to the game publicly. You're not sure how the community's going to react and how it's going to happen, right? Big issue is the requirements for the drops. From the Tormented Demons, the requirements are do the quest. That's it, right? It's not too big of an issue, I don't think. I think it's pretty fair. We'll continue anyway. So that being said, we're here to hear you loud and clear. The Tormented Demon loot tables need some work. We'll be taking the time to get this right and make sure that we're making a decision that's well informed by the data that as well as feedback, of course. So it's a 5k per kill and you could kill thousands per hour. Meanwhile, Tormented Demons are 3 to 5k per kill and you kill 30 to 40 per hour. Yeah, I think, well, my logic was the Tormented Demons, you're there for the uniques, not to make money, right? The big issue is the requirements for the drops. Well, you're there for the claws and the demon bane weapons, I guess. I wasn't under the impression that Tormented Demons were meant to be farmed for gold, but that was just how I saw it, at least. You make it a zero-sum gain and distribute a higher level quest rewards. That's better distribution. Okay, it's fine. It's totally fine. Like, that's why they're making changes now, right? That's why they're talking about making changes. Like, this is the point. If they did nothing, then it would be a problem. But if everyone doesn't like the drop tables, which I thought was the approach they're taking, I like. I'm at the Tormented Demons for the uniques. I'm not there to make money. So I'm an iron. That's why I'm there. A lot of people aren't. Yeah, exactly. I'm in the same boat as you. I'm in the same boat as you. Thank you, KSF. Welcome back, man. So I'm not disagreeing with you guys that the drop table is shit. Like, the thumbnail to the stream is that the drop table is shit, right? This is the thumbnail I use. Shit drops, right? My point is that the approach to have more cautious loot tables when content comes to the game, that we don't have another Phantom Muspar or Vorkaf or Zora, that approach is good, and I'm glad they're taking that approach. Now, the Tormented Demons, they probably went a bit too far for a lot of the players, as you can see. So if they buff the drop table, that's good. As long as they don't go too far, that you're making... You don't want to have 100k per kill, right? Far better RNG on my iron than my main. You believe that iron RNG is broken? Nope, it's all random, dude. Random number generation. You want to Tormented uniques? Nothing yet, man. No uniques. No peak feature for finding a spot at TDS is awful. Yes, I think the cave itself, it just has a lot of dead click areas too, which is annoying. I'm in the camp that the special drops are crap. Well, the special drops are intended for demonic purposes, which the staff and the bow seem to be exceptionally strong. I think that all three are strong, right? But are you looking at them as a dollar value as that makes them crap, or what the items actually do for your account that makes them crap? Like, why are they shit for you? What do you want out of these upgraded demonic weapons? Cautious loot tables are a good idea. It's the implementation. They shouldn't be skipping that shit for wildy bots. They're not skipping it for wildy bots though. Like, botting is a separate problem to the drop tables. Like, they shouldn't counteract the entire game's development based on bots. They should just fucking handle botting better. The drops are all strong, including the one clause. Yeah, I feel like the special drops from the demons are good. But I don't know. Let me try to get through this a bit more. It's also worth pointing out that some of the intricacies on the demons. Intricacies, is that right? What's this word? Intricacies of the demons, shield mechanics, and ways to really maximize your damage output and kills per hour don't seem to be particularly widespread. We're especially interested in how the unique rates stack up as people get more efficient with the kills and start taking on multiple tormented demons at once. Yeah, it looks like, I mean, we're slowly figuring out how it works today, right? Like, with when the shield's down, you take the crush or the heavy range weapon to it. And if you are stacking up multiple ones, you can kind of hit all three at the same time because they all spec at the same time, right? So there's probably going to be some super geeky way to farm them eventually. Revs, pirates, wildy bosses, there is underlying issues there, and it's not the wildy. Yeah, so you're saying that the drop tables are too good, bots are farming. So what you're saying is that the good drop tables in the wilderness are being farmed by bots, and that's a problem. And guess what? Guess why bots are farming them? Because the drop tables are good. So it's like, what, should they just make the drop table shit? The bots will just move somewhere else. That's not going to fix anything, right? They're not just going to magically stop. Well, just no point botting the game anymore. They'll just move to another piece of content. There is no, it's the no requirement issue. Well, they've added diary restrictions to a lot of the things, right? So that there is teleport countermeasures for people that want to PK the bots. There's only so much they can do. What Jagex needs to do is just to get better at getting rid of the bots at the end of the day. But that's not the drop table's fault. It's not something, they shouldn't be rebalancing drop tables because the bot problem's getting out of hand. That would be that's counterproductive. More hours the bot is in the game, the better the chance the bot gets banned before. Yeah. But they shouldn't be, like, that's got nothing to do with the drop table. I'm not a fan of how much niche content we have. We just get way too many side upgrades these days. Yeah, you're right. Instead of niche and side upgrades, we should just focus and balance everything around the Scythe, T-Bones, and Shadow. That way it's just a very plain and vanilla game. I agree completely. You're right. I think the drop tables are okay. I don't mind the drop tables and Tormented Demon, but they're not good. They're shit, but it doesn't, like, bother me. I'm there for the uniques. But that's just the Iron Man way to do it, I guess. The single claw drop's cringe. I don't like that shit, but it's better than Desert Treasure 2 because you can actually see when you get a fucking claw rather than being like, yeah, you have no clue if you've got a ring roll, right? So it's more Phantom Muspar garbage. Admittedly, this doesn't tell you that much, but to be crystal clear, we will be looking carefully at loot tables and plan to make changes in line with your feedback once we were armed with better data. Okay. Always open to making changes where necessary. So they're probably going to try and figure out how many people are on average killing the demons per hour and then figure out a decent GP per hour rate from there, maybe. I don't know. Getting, like, seed drop tables are ridiculous. Just get rid of the fucking seed drop table from the game. Holy fuck. Like, seeds are everywhere. The last thing we need is more seeds through fucking combat. It is so bad, man. Like, getting poison ivy seeds, like, just one, it's like, fuck off. I hate the single claw drop, yeah. It's good that it's tradable, true. While we're here, though, a request, please stop targeting or singling out individual developers while providing your feedback. In many cases, developers being targeted aren't heavily involved with the content that you're criticizing. In all cases, loot mechanics and tables are passed around to the team and reviewed. We succeed as a team and we fail as a team. We're more than happy for you to be critical of our work as a team, but repeated targeting of individual team members needs to stop. Yeah. Who the fuck... Yeah, that's just Twitter and Reddit retards for you, dude. That's... Yeah. Find their RuneScape names and ban them. Just be like, oh, you're targeting this one fucking J-mod? Yeah, you're banned. See you in 2 weeks, dickhead. Fuck them off. Redditors for you? Yeah, that and Twitter, 100%. Just ban the cunt for 2 weeks. 100%. Just ban his Jagex account, whoever's targeting you. 2 weeks. Never make it permanent. Just give him 2 weeks in the fucking naughty corner. Tell him to fuck off. Do you think Tormented Demons really are just angry because Jagex decided that they should have their junk burned off? Is their junk burned off? Is that the law? I don't think Grandmaster Quest should offer best in slot, such as Tormented Jewelry, but you still got Blood Amulet. Yeah, that's fair enough. I feel like it's probably more of a Master Quest than Grandmaster, but, you know. Ban of target harassment. Yeah, I mean, it's retarded to like single out J mods that you have no fucking like clue who they are. Everyone's like Mod Arcane, like I don't know which J mods are involved. I don't know. Yeah, it's a weird place to be on the internet sometimes. There are a couple of changes we can hotfix today. Our devs are working right away on. All right, so we'll be doing a balance pass on the quest combat difficulty compared to other Grandmaster quests. Effectively, we just want to make sure that Wild Graphic Sleep stacks up sensibly against the likes of DS2 and Monkey Madness 2. After seeing feedback that it might feel a little too easy at the moment, if we do make changes here, we likely won't go overboard, just enough to improve the challenge a little so that it better stands the test of time. Okay, so basically they're making the quest harder. Good. I've already done it. That's fine. So yeah, the quest is going to be harder now, boys. Sit. Thank God if you've already done Wild Graphic Sleeves, GZ, you got in just in time. Look, either they do that, or they make it Master, and somewhat, then you've got this Master Quest with Grandmaster level XP rewards. So they can't really take the XP from you once you've done it. May as well make the quest harder. Probably the smarter way to go about it in terms of game development. Get fucked. Easy game. Allow players to use temporary boosts for the crafting requirements for the new unique items. That's cool, yeah. Let them do it. Fine. I mean, it's only 74 crafting. I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but yeah, sure. Shut up, beans. Next week, if you scroll a little further down this post, you'll see a table detailing the number of fixes we were able to make throughout yesterday, okay? So it might be worth checking out any problems you encountered during the release to the release have since been fixed, sorry. We've also got a very clear sense of what we'd like to do in next week's game update. So rename the Bone Claws to Burning Claws. Fucking huge. No idea why they made them Bone Claws, but Burning Claws are coming back, boys. That's better. Much better name. Adding a teleport item to quickly take the Guthixian Temple. This will likely be a drop from Tormented Demons. Okay. The aim here is to cut down on time required running back, either between trips or to collect loot from your gravestone. This should prove a nice additional reward, since the added benefit is an increase in your kills per hour by significantly reducing your time between trips. That's huge, and I like that they're going to make it a drop from Tormented Demons. That means you still have to do a bit of a grind. Nice. I'm assuming Guthixian Temple, so it will take you to where the light's already taken you, I'd imagine. To the skulls, maybe just in front of the skulls. You might have to climb up the ladder still. I'm not sure, but that's cool. Adding a UI icon when inside the Guthixian Temple that shows you how many demons you can tackle at once. This should address some of the confusion that many of you are facing, where you're getting attacked by more demons than you intended, or haven't been able to find the right areas to tackle your combat achievements. Okay, interesting. I guess some areas let you have more than one. Didn't know that. That's cool. Beyond next week, the section loosely falls into two categories. The first is simple fixes we'll be able to make, but lower priority than those already listed, which is a bit of a mouthful. The second is stuff we can't firmly commit to changing yet because we need to take more time to talk through with the team. All right, so first things first. Allow players to store Brov inside their player and house, which is awesome. We're not going to make this adorable little critter a fully fledged pet, but you'll be able to keep in your own home. Make sure to check in on him. Shut up. But awesome. Love that. Allow players to use temporary boosts for the crafting requirements for the unique items. Allow players to use runes from the rune pouch for Lucian's Teleorb. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. Spoiler, he's got a Teleorb, whatever that means. Okay, fair enough. I think the law was that Lucian needed his special bead, but then it came along to stop him, and his preserved thoughts, and that's why he summoned a femboy tortured demon with no junk. Right, interesting law. I didn't know that. Fair enough. You dismissed the pet. Can you go get Brov back? I didn't dismiss him. I banked him. Stuck him in the bank, dude. Allow players to store the dark squall robes and elite black armor in the player in house. Awesome. Allow players to use the Ember Light for the treasure trail step requiring an arc light. Yeah, I figured that would have already been the case, so that's good that they're going to add that. The bruv got the steal, gonna steal your loot. Yeah, apparently. While there's more, it's more important to be clear, we are not able to hard commit to any of these next points. We think it's equally important to give you a look at some of the conversations beyond the loot tables. Alright, so this is stuff that they're talking about and want to try and do in the future. Talking through feedback on Lucian's new look and animations. There's one being hotly debated following a handful of you suggesting his new look could stand to be a little more fearsome. Okay, so people think he looks like a bitch. Fair enough. Lady Nonok, is that the Gommel change? Lady Nonok? If you're not sure who the NPC is, we'll keep our mouth shut. Needless to say, we'll be taking a look. Okay, so people, what? This is the person that... Spoiler alert, Gommel fucking dies, and this person replaces them outside the Warriors Guild. How does do they not look good? I've never seen them. Lady knock. Alright. Let's pull this bitch up, let's have a look. What the fuck is that cunt? Oh. Why has she got tits for knees? Blowjob knees? What the fuck is this? It's a she, they? That doesn't add, that what? I was expecting a big woman. Not some cancer patient with nipples on their knees. Alright, yeah. I would love it if they did. Let's get something a bit cooler. There's Sex Slave Known, that's it. That's the one that gets fucking tied up under West Arty dude on the fucking stretcher. 100%. Review changes we could make to the fight with the Dark Squall, whose actual name we're not using for spoiler purposes, to improve its accessibility for colorblind players. Changes they could make. Okay, sure. Consider restoring... Why is it always the disabled complaining? Oh, we can't see the colors properly. Like, fucking grow up, cunt. Consider restoring some of the missing text from Mavario's notes about Dragonkin and Tormented Demons to the long as it lines up with our plans for the Old School's narrative. Fair enough. Similarly, reviewing the dialogue that was removed from the original. No one cares about the lore, so yeah, you do what you want with that, Jagex. That's fine. Awesome. There's meant to be some... Okay, so this is the shit they've already fixed. Alright, so let's have a quick look. Perilous Moon's bosses had become stuck and invisible. Unrelated to the quest. Sapphire Bolts are hitting for double the damage during Mustbar's player base. Wait, who's the cunt that fucking snitched? We've now fixed the bugs on Sapphire Bolts now hit for their correct damage. Wait, who's snitching? One of you fuckers on Reddit or Twitter... You shouldn't be telling Jagex that stuff, man. That's free damage. Fuckers. It was the guy who said stab was better than slash. Yeah, we need to dogpile that guy later. There was an error with the burn damage effect with Tormented Demons and Demonic Gorillas. Okay. The Chaos Altar was showing as singles rather than multi-way. Yeah, that would have been funny. A bug with the courtroom during the King's Ransom quest was causing players to be unable to speak to the witness or log out. Nice. There was a bug with the Eclipse Moon boss, causing her to get stuck at 1 HP and become unhittable. Okay. It's been reported that some Black Knights have been getting stuck inside the walls. Yeah, we saw that one. Classic. Players are incorrectly able to safe spot Tormented Demons. Fair enough. There is an issue with bone claws aren't protected as expected. Okay. We've identified a bug where if a light creature is unable to pass to a character, players will get stuck. Yeah, that happened to Fergo earlier, I think. There is a bug causing Tormented Demons to swap aggro to other players. That was annoying, and that's been fixed. Awesome. Well, it happened actually earlier today, right? We were fighting two of them in the middle, and he just like fucked off to someone else. Players have reported losing their elite black armor collected from the wardrobe upon dropping it. Okay. Dark Squall has been found to deal the incorrect amount of damage. Oh, that would have been nice yesterday. Scorching bow stats are showing the incorrect range strength. Fair enough. Thank you, Luxa FlexG. Appreciate that, man. Welcome back to the membership, dude. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that very much. Bug with the Desert Treasure 2 Worshipper puzzle. There was an issue with the Death Charge spell. Would not restore the special attack upon killing Tormented Demons. Players were unable to alch certain explosives that we won't name for spoiler reasons if they had alchemy warnings for the untradable items. There was an issue where a Master Clue step that had the arc light was not functional when using the ember light. Okay, so you can use that now for the master clue step. Alright, cool, pretty basic list. Some of these changes are interesting. Loot table, looking at that will be good. This is the easiest move in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him, goddamn! Fuck me, look at that boy. It's huge!